Hi, my name is Mike, and in this video I want to talk about a common problem a lot of people, including myself, have when trying to sequence a synthesizer like the Korg Volca or the Moog Mother-32 with something like the Arturia BeatStep Pro or the Korg SQ1. The problem is that when you hit play on the sequencers, the hardware MIDI sequencers, it triggers all the sequencers to play. So they all play and stop in time and tempos in time, but you don't always necessarily want all those other sequencers to play. See, they're all playing. Now, a cheap and easy solution is to simply record a blank pattern on each of the Korg Volcas, and you just do that by blanking everything out and saving a pattern. So I have that already done on the first pattern on each of these. For the Moog Mother-32, you have to just one pattern with a single rest. So I have that on number 5. So now when I hit, mute all these. So now when I hit play, they will all play. All of the sequencers are playing, but since there's nothing stored in there, there's no sound. And then it's still being triggered by the sequencers in the BeatStep Pro. The good thing about this is that it's free. It's just you have to remember, and the bad thing is you have to remember to always have each sequencer on that pattern. It's helpful if you do it on the first pattern for the Volcas, and then the Mother-32, you have to remember to have it on that pattern. That's one option. Another option is I bought a MIDI Solutions event processor. Bad thing is you have to purchase it. It's not free. But the good thing is that you can filter out whatever you want, and you don't have to worry about each individual synthesizer being on that specific pattern. And I will show you how I did that. For programming the event processor, you need to make sure you have a compatible MIDI interface. I found it the hard way that both my SQ1 and BeatStep Pro were not compatible with programming this. I also had a MIDI keyboard as well as a trigger finger, and those were not compatible either. So I suggest buying the Roland UM1. It's a simple little USB MIDI interface that is actually listed on their MIDI Solutions website as a compatible device. So we're just going to plug that in. Okay, once you have the MIDI Solutions event processor plugged in, you can open their software. It's a little hard to figure out at first, but that was mainly because my MIDI interfaces were not compatible. So we would select that interface, select event processor, and we will generate a setting, filter MIDI event, and we're going to filter the start. Okay, we're going to generate another setting. We're going to filter the stop. Now, just the start and stop would work fine for the Korg Volcas, but it seems that the Mother-32 also uses the continue. So we're going to also filter the continue. So once we have all of those, we are going to program the event processor. Once I hit transmit, we'll see this red light flashing as it's transmitting the settings. Transmit complete. All right, and that's it. So now I'll plug this in line coming out of the BeatStep Pro into here, out to my MIDI splitter, which then will feed all of my synths, and I will show you how that works. Okay, now I have the event processor hooked up in line between the BeatStep Pro and my MIDI splitter. So when I hit play here, everything will be triggered from the internal sequencer here, and all of the sequencers on the individual synthesizers will not run. So you can see their sounds are being triggered, the drums are being triggered, but the sequencer is actually not running. And the reason why you had to do the filter the continue is because on the play and pause with the Mother-32, it would actually start playing this sequence. And we can actually confirm that we are on sequencer or patterns that do have patterns. Oops, that one was not, but and still it does not play. So that's how you filter the MIDI events with the event processor.